Hi, my name is Courtney Panning, and I am going to be talking about what it means to be culturally competent as an educator. To be culturally competent as an educator, it means to continually educate myself on cultures and making sure that I'm including diversity within the classroom and ensuring that all of my students feel like they belong, that they are safe, and that they are welcome. I want to get to know all of my students to understand what their culture is to them, and to learn about them. It will help me to incorporate ways within the classroom so that they are able to learn within their own culture. I think being a culturally competent teacher also means embracing any opportunities that arise to educate my students on biases and how to use their positions in society to combat biases so that they can become culturally competent as well. I will express empathy and understanding to all of my students and understand them in any way that I can. Where do you see yourself on the cultural competency continuum chart and why? So on the cultural competent chart, I would say that I am a 5. I still have room to grow, but I value diversity and I welcome diversity. I think that diversity within the classroom creates an environment where all students are able to learn and understand and recognize each other for our differences, but also embrace our differences. I think that diversity is a beautiful thing, and I am a huge supporter of the civil rights for all and social justice, even when it comes to topics that aren't within my realm of my faith. An example would be the LGBTQ plus rights and equality. And the way I view it is, I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's their lives and they are free to live the life that they want to live however they want. What will it take for you to get to the next step or to deepen your cultural competence, including understanding of your own personal bias, teaching in a diverse classroom, and implementing strategies for ensuring a safe and supportive classroom for all students? In order for me to be able to deepen my cultural competence, I think I need to actively look and see and understand all of the cultures that are not only around me, but that are within the world and that we're exposed to on a daily basis. I think that being able to understand cultures will help me connect to my students more, which will allow them to trust in me, that they are safe and they are secure, and that they have nothing to fear or be scared of when they come to school. I think that being honest with myself when considering my own bias, both implicit and non-implicit, would be a great thing so that I can actively change how I respond to those biases, and I can grow and continue to grow as I develop my career in education. What are some specific research and readings, tools, resources, or trainings you might use to further your cultural competency as an educator? So in deepening my cultural competence, I will seek to read diverse literature, and I believe that literature is a major tool that I can use to develop and further my cultural competency. I will make efforts to read current research on diversity-related issues. If there's any diverse issues within the community that I will be serving, I will educate myself and seek those kinds of conferences so that I can improve and make sure that I'm providing and supplying all the resources within my area. What will it look like to have cultural inclusivity in your future classroom? To ensure that all my students feel included, I will want to get to know them on an individual basis and be able to understand their culture by providing books or any posters that are displayed within the classroom that I want to make sure that they are representing everyone in the class and not just necessarily one culture. I'll also introduce my students to different cultures from around the world, and that to me will create an atmosphere that supports acceptance to everybody, no matter the culture or the diversity that they represent. How will you ensure you are respecting students as individuals with differing personal backgrounds and various skills, abilities, perspectives, talents, and interests that do not align to your own spiritual beliefs? I believe that as a Christian, yes, we're spreading the word of God, and to me, I think as long as I am actively showing my support and love for everyone, that I am exemplifying what Christ embodies. I think that I will give my students the respect by showing them that I'm interested within learning about their background, skills, abilities, perspective, talents, and interests. But I also want my students to understand that I care and that I am culturally competent as an educator and that I want to help shape the next generation. Thanks.